So, got her pretty close. Got the BMS in. I got this thing tightened down. The batteries are all compressed under there. Switch is in. Got these things are hooked up to the inverter because then it goes through the on-off switch. So if you turn it on, it's gonna turn the controller and the inverter on. So even if it's not charging, it will still be on. So you can see the battery voltage there. You can see the battery voltage here. You know, you can flip through the screen to go through the whatever, you know. So there's a couple more things I need to figure out. Gotta find some nuts and bolts to hold this to that. And I didn't get I only got 2 little clips for that, so that's not cool. And then the last piece that'll go on is this. I did want to put some MC4s through there. So when this covers, these 2 would go to some MC4 connectors through the holes. But I don't know if I have any MC4 connectors. That's an issue. So, anyways, getting there. Thanks, guys. So, we're getting there. She's all tight. It's actually pretty heavy. I didn't think that, you know, 2 little batteries is that heavy, but it is. So I made this thing so you can even hang it on the wall, but you gotta take it all apart again. If anything, you hang it on the wall, you put wood screws in here, and they go, instead of these brackets, it screws right into the wall. And then it sits up and down, like it would sit like this. So then the controller, all you see is the controller. You got the on-off switch, all your power stuff, like you do got a full 2000 watts. So this can actually go to a breaker panel, or you could use the plug, whichever you choose. But yeah, I'm gonna continue on, and if the sun comes out, maybe we'll throw a panel on it. Thanks, guys. So, do the first turn on here. So, a stupid thing I did is I didn't have an on-off switch for this setup here, where you could probably put one in line. But just for testing purposes, I'm not going to put one in line. But I do need to set this, so we're going to try turning it on. That's a good sign. See anything? Probably not. So we're at 15.4 volts. And one thing, I can actually charge without the inverter being on. And I can discharge without, yeah. So either way, let's see. Turn this guy on. Happens. Power, 4, 3, 122. So everything's on. I didn't really get a chance to stick that to the wall. I was kind of hoping to do that, but I put the one side on before I bent the things over, so it is what it is. So let's that's your float. Enter. I think we're gonna float it at 15.2. And 15. This is your absorb. You can even see that. Put that to 16.2. I think 16.8 is the max. So that's your battery low. So 4, 3 is 12. We'll set this to 12 as dead battery. Forget which one is the lithium setting. We should go in again and 15.2, 16.2. Okay, so that's where we're gonna set. We're on the PV, so I think we can plug this guy in now. I should get a pair of needle nose so I can unhook it if there's some kind of emergency. I do it with my needle nose pliers now. I think they're inside. Oh, they're in here. They're there. I got this wire I'm gonna make up too. It's weird because I got these MC4 connectors that are made for the panels, not for a receiving. So it's actually the opposite. If you follow this one as your negative, I had to switch them. Oh, this is actually your positive. So the positive is actually on the panel, which is positive, yeah, negative. So that's hooked up to the black wires because I took that as negative, but really I've got the black going into the PV positive, so the positive is the positive. Like these things here should go, they're made for replacing the panels. But let's see what happens here. 32.160. Can't see nothing. 174 watts. Just sitting here. 25 amps. I don't even think we can put, I don't know, panels drop down to 25 volts. 10 amps. Yeah, so we could put maybe even 3 panels on this system because it's a 40 amp controller, so the battery's going up. You can also keep that so you can see what the watts are. Oh, I just screwed it up there. Look at that. You can't see the numbers, but I just stood up and blocked the panel and it dropped big time. Yeah, we are going up. We're at 15.7 now. Plug something in. Let's see what we can find. Okay, so starting to rain, even though it's sunny outside, it's starting to rain. So turn that guy on. Turns on this. 40 amp version 118. Let's turn this on. I got a watt meter on here now. View. This guy says 6 amps. No problem. great for like little stuff, you know, taking it camping. If you need to power a tool when you're on this job somewhere or something, or whatever, you know. Like a fridge, a little mini fridge is very easy on this. Shut her down. And I can also remove this key so no one can turn it on if I don't want them to. It won't come out if it's on off. Yeah, so that's the setup for this year's camping. I think I am going to sell this unit, so, but it'll probably come with 2 of these panels. They'll be the good ones, not the broken ones or the bent ones, but they're both the same. So it'll have up to 460 watts of solar panels going, and yeah, you can have 1 panel and it can go up to 40 amps. So this one is showing about 11 amps per panel at 16 volts, and it can go up to 40. So you can easily put 2 of these panels on and get like 25 amps coming through. I could probably put 3 if I really wanted to push it. It'd be like 37 amps or something, you know, 30 plus amps anyways. But you know, if you hit a peak, you kind of want to stay below that. So if you hit a peak or something, then you're gonna be in trouble. Anyways, guys, there's my DIY system number 2. The 12 volt system is complete finally. Thanks, guys.